Each country we buy local prepaid SIM cards. Includes 200-300 gigabytes of data and costs around 22 euros on average. Now, I think the lower cost is Romania 3 euros and the most costlier one is Greece 27 euros. We are Vantastic and we are traveling with our van in Greece. Past couple of camping places that we have been has been on the shade because weather forecast has been telling us that it will be really hot, but it's not. It's 24, really pleasant temperatures in this time of year. And we have parked on the shade every day because of the heat wave. But I think now when it's not that hot, we're gonna switch a place there to get solar. We have just 38% battery left at the moment. And that's like 1 kilowatt hour of batteries left. We have been editing videos and watching movies. Those are our highest consumption. Otherwise it's just our freezer, which takes approximately 400 watt hours per day to run it on -18 degrees. Now our freezer is quite empty. It's just 4 tofus in there. But usually when we are going to grocery store, it's totally full to the brim. It's 65-liter freezer. And if you put there like room temperatures items, it takes approximately 300 watt hours to turn them into -18. So whenever we go to grocery store, we usually drive a lot more on that day, so we get the electricity needed for freezing stuff. We have a 60 amp DC-DC charger, so when we are driving we get 50 amp to our batteries. So we don't have to drive that much to get a lot of energy. And also DC-DC charger is our backup thing. So if we run out of batteries totally, we can just idle the van for half an hour and we get 30 amp hours of battery power to our batteries. And we can leave like to the next day when it might be more sunny. But we are in Greece, it's always sunny and nice weather and beautiful places. We have also LPG fridge which we use like daily, and our freezer is to go to grocery store hauls, and we usually buy like almost 2 weeks worth of food. So freezer is good in that sense. We can store there freezer some food that we use 2 weeks from here. Yeah, we like to be in the same places or same areas for longer periods of time, and we are traveling really slow. I think in the past 8 months we have driven 4,000 kilometers. So not much, and that includes also the drive from Finland to Greece. Yeah. But now we're gonna change there. We have a 360 watt solar panel, so we're gonna get something around 800 watt hours during the day when we park in the sun. So that's 2 days worth of freezer and maybe 1 video edit and 1 movie worth of energy. 4 kilowatt hours of battery we have total, and that is more than enough in our usage. We don't have to really think about electrical consumption. Just our camping places that we get sun. Especially in winter time we have to think about our chimney, which makes long shadow to the solar panel. But during summertime like this, the sun is so up, it's like straight up there, so it gives all the power. Yeah. Again, we should clean the panel also. I climb from the back window to the roof and clean it just with the cloth.
I prefer a new spot underneath the direct sunlight, so we can get solar and work on our computer too. Yeah, we use inverter to charge our computers.
And I got a gaming laptop which takes like 160 watt maximum of power, and there's no 12 volt socket. And old MacBooks, the 12 volt socket melts when you do a video edit. It's enough for internet browsing, which in 2015 MacBook with approximately 35 to 40 watts. But when you are editing videos, which is more demanding, it's like maybe 80 to 90 watts constant power that the laptop takes. So it's totally different what you make in the laptop, how much it consumes.
Yeah, and we are glad it's not full summer yet, so there's not the heat wave that destroy all the electrical appliances. When it gets extremely hot, like 40 degrees, it's impossible to work on your computer or browse with your phone because everything overheats. Yeah.
Internet. We use internet daily, so it's an important part of our lives. And for the past years we have been using old phones like this OnePlus 3, 7 or 8 years old phone to share the internet in our van. It's been really great. It's been working great for us. It still has some minus things because it's so old phone. It doesn't support all the 4G channels and that kind of things. But we haven't had any problems. There's just a couple of camping spots that we haven't had internet connection. Nowadays 5G is quite common in every country in Europe, so we upgraded. ZTE MU5120 5G modem, which costed 180 euros. Supports more 4G channels, so it's better on 4G. Supports also 5G until advanced, so it's until 2027. All the channels that are coming in the future years. So it's also a future-proof modem. It's based on Qualcomm chipset, and this was much cheaper than the competitor. It's Nethawk. They cost like 900 euros, have the same chipset and basically the same product but much more pricier. Each country we buy local prepaid SIM cards. Includes 200-300 gigabytes of data and costs around 22 euros on average. It usually has a 5G, and 5G is expanding a lot. For example, in this place we get full 5G connection. We had different options upgrading our internet. These MiFi devices, Starlink or modem, which can be either in this inside or outside modem. ZTE has really good outside modems and also inside modems. That was an option, and I was thinking if we could benefit from them. They have a larger antennas than MiFi devices, but MiFi devices has larger antennas than phones. But still, if you have a modem, you cannot take it with you when you are going to the grocery store or anywhere outside your van. So that was the buying thing for MiFi device. This works in the van and outside of the van. It has a battery bank inside and it works full day with that battery bank. Also, we did consider Starlink a lot. The prices of the equipment has gone down. It's like 225 euros, and also they dropped the monthly fee from 100 euros to 59 euros. So it's 60 euros per month. You can get satellite internet, which is really fast. It can be also used in places where there ain't internet at all. But we are so rarely in those places where there's no internet, and we don't mind if there's no internet. It's good to have days offline, so we don't mind that much. The energy consumption of the Starlink on idle is something around 20 watts, and when you are using it, it's 60 watts. That's a lot of if you are using it all day long. Also, you cannot take outside of your van, so we would need to also buy local SIM card or take a SIM card from Finland, so extra cost over there. We love trees. We are always surrounded by trees. We want to drive in the shade of the tree, and Starlink doesn't work underneath the trees. We would need to take it out and put it there. So I would wanted to have the Starlink in the ceiling there constantly, not moving around. Or whenever we do a camp, we need to take out the Starlink, plug it in. Not really our favorite choice. Usually the modem lives here on these pouches whenever we have a good connection. It doesn't matter where you keep the modem, it still gives you really fast internet. When there's a tricky places where it's not that good internet connection, you need to find good place to put it. I think this has been one of the best places to put it. Here is always the best internet. We also put it in the sky roof. We also put it here in the sky roof. It fits here and keeps it here, and here is also good connection in places where connection is bad. And last place where we were, on that river, we didn't have internet anywhere. Outside of the van, inside of the van, or anywhere. It was here. This was the only place that had internet. This didn't. This didn't. But this had 3 megabits per second internet. So usable for browsing internet. It's sometimes really funny because you can find the only place in a van or surrounded in your area where there's internet. Usually that happens in valleys, where it's like some tower in the end of the valley, and we are down in the valley, and there's little spots between the trees where you can get the 4G connection or any connection. It's fun. But this has been working great for us. Fast 5G connection with less than 200 euros. I think that is a bargain, because you can get same kind of modem with the same supported channels with the 1,200 euro worth phone. I'm not the guy who spends over 1,000 euros for the phone to get better internet. Less than 200 euros. I think that is a wrap of internet things. And these are saviors. Our van turned it into hellhole in a matter of minutes when I was talking here. This was just because of the filming, so we didn't get enough light for the GoPro. You can feel the coldness immediately. They changed the game completely.